What's up, everyone? Welcome to Finance with Tony. I'm Tony, and here we are sharing some ideas about a frugal lifestyle. I decided to start this channel with an observation of my city where I live now, which is the capital of Siberia. And on the background you can see an artificial rock and also an artificial waterfall. Near it is a beautiful landscape near my fitness club. I just finished my morning exercising, and I just finished my morning workout, and the point of interest for today's video would be the part of it would be few points regarding with car ownership, and here if you live here in metropolitan area, and also regarding with the questions about harsh Siberian winters, how people do, how 38 million people do survive living there. And geographically speaking, Siberia has a population roughly 38 million people, and including Far East, of course. And it's the largest place in the world when live people. It's roughly 10% of the world's land mass, and Novosibirsk has a population of 1.6 million people. And on the background, we are, by the way, we are near the typical business center or office center, whatever it's called, Greenwich. And here's the entrance on the background, and there is always some question how people can commute, how people can use cars living there, right here in the middle of here in Siberia. And also because actually the winners, 4 months a year, from November to February, the temperature could be up to 22 degrees Fahrenheit below zero. It could all the way up to the minus 40 degrees Celsius. And frankly, it's not it isn't so it isn't set in stone. Usually it's if we summarize these days, it would be probably 1 or maybe a couple of weeks during the whole winter. But and sometimes the temperature could be minus 10 degrees Celsius. An average, maybe it's not so different with Colorado of the United States and Alaska. So I would say maybe sometimes has more challenging conditions, in terms of temperature. So on the background, back to my point, Novosibirsk is a city of car owners. in comparison of Moscow, for instance, and Novosibirsk City. I would say that Moscow is rather like New York, when people prefer to commute via subway stations, via subway, and also using public transportation system. And I would say it's generalization, right? I mean, I'm trying to generalize this question, of course, but I would say that in Novosibirsk has an opportunity for people who like who, who for people who is more into car ownership than into, or at least car driving. I mean, we have a whole bunch of car sharing applications and also taxi applications and so on. Back to my point. Usually the vast majority of people commute from suburban areas, and as you can see on the background, there is no so much difference between living in the warmer place and living here. If you use underground parking, like you've seen just a few seconds ago on the background, and I'll give you the scope how it looks like. So it's a typical building. I mean, maybe not so. It's not a typical building, but it's a typical office center. I mean, business center, and I'll give you the scope how it looks like inside the building. So let's dive right in. Here is the elevator. Right. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. Nothing special. I mean, of course, speaking about business center, data centers, it's a pretty spacious hall, and marble on the columns, and very nice. Also, we have some, while we are waiting for an elevator, here's some vending machines and ATM. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, problems here. So typical elevator cabin. Nothing special. But here we have an entrance. And so here's the underground parking under many shopping malls, under many business centers. You'll find here the similar parkings with plenty parking spots. So the temperature here, of course, would be pretty similar during the winter and during the summer, and so here would be an entrance to to my fitness club. But I've done my exercises here. They have this. That's interesting. They had probably some collaboration with Hilti instruments. I mean, for that's an instruments for construction. Here's a photo session or something like that. Photo posters. So back to parkings, and back to the parking. I guess there's one of the solution. It's one of the common solutions if you can afford to live in the house. I mean, in a building that has such parking, underground parking, and also you're working in the area, and you're working and you're knowledge worker, and you commute to basically your office is situated in the building like this. I guess you wouldn't struggle during the harsh Siberian winters. This 4 months so much. I mean, it's part of the game. And also speaking about cars, if you leave your car somewhere outside, right in the middle of the winter, and it's and the temperature goes down, and I mean really below zero. Usually people use some how would say I know that in Russia we call this Vibasto. I mean, it's one of the brands, and people use some security how would say technologies that includes an option to start the engine of your car from the distance, from your home, and also from your apartment or your office, whatever. And also you can usually usually set up some schedule or some rule logics in this for your car computer, that if the temperature goes below let's say 10 degrees Celsius, below zero, your engine will start automatically, and it will work. It will work like 10 or 15 minutes, and then just it just stopped like automatically again. I mean, you can warm your car for 10 or 15 minutes without any efforts from yourself. I mean, just using technologies. I wouldn't say it's something new. I mean, if you live in Siberia, it's a really common thing, and I guess it's a common thing. It's a common technology, at least last 3 decades. I mean, yeah, and also there's again some in another kindergarten. I actually recently I did the video about kindergartens here in Siberia, and here accidentally I found another example for you. It's not so far from this place when I did my previous video. I would say actually really close to this place, and here's the kindergarten in the background with a playground. Also, of course, all kindergartens have a kitchen. I mean, local kitchen, local chef, and in kindergarten they provide full day supply, and addition to the full day supply of eating, and also it's always without any burgers and soft drinks and so on, just healthy food, healthy drinks, and I mean, I'm not fully sure about soft drinks, frankly, but some would say it's also a healthy drinks, but I don't. It's a controversial topic. It's a too controversial topic. It's in another playground that belongs to this housing, really Soviet-style housing. Well, back to the car ownership. I did the video recently about a gasoline station. Feel free to check out on my channel, and thanks for coming along, and feel free to subscribe, and remember that caring is sharing. If you're subscribe or press thumbs up, it will really help. It will really help me to better understand that I do the right things. And again, thanks for coming along, thanks for your attention. Remember to subscribe, and have an awesome day.